we're with the Leadership 50, which is a professional development program in the College of Agriculture and Life Science. This semester, we were able to develop a marketing strategy for the Career Center that's opening officially in the fall. I'm Kashja Iler.
My name is Aldaghi.
My name is Sophie, Leone. I'm Daniela, Cabrera.
And I'm Grotheer. So we wanted to start out with a definition of marketing. This particular definition is creating value for customers while building relationships with them and all the while capturing value from those customers. So in regards to the Career Center, the value that you're creating for the students is the services that you provide while building relationships with them. And then the value that you capture from them is them getting a good job and being a good representation of the College of Ag and Life Sciences once they graduate.
The College of Agriculture and Life Sciences Center was established in 2014 and will have a physical location at the Forest Building starting this fall. The Career Center offers services that help students have a better opportunity when looking for jobs or internships by guiding them in professional growth. The purpose of this project was to create a marketing strategy that will increase student awareness of the center and helping them take full advantage of the services offered.
So you're probably asking why we need a Career Center specifically for CALS when there's already one in the student union. We believe that it's really important because there's 14 unique majors in the College of Agriculture and Life Science, anywhere from natural resources and environmental science to agribusiness and management and other accounting type services. So it's very important that the Career Center is able to really touch base with all of those students and really fit the needs that they're going to need to succeed after graduation.
And one of the particular reasons why the College of Agriculture students are so critical to our world is because a lot of the students in these majors will be graduating and continuing to carry on agriculture and the economy. So, for instance, veterinary science students are really crucial in maintaining the health of our food supply. Microbiology students are oftentimes pre-medical students that will then help provide antibiotics for sick children. People in the sustainability are going to be very critical in helping to maintain our natural resources and cope with the continuing waste that we're going to be continuing to produce. And so the students in these majors are just very, very important, and that's why we want to have a really strong focus on giving them the tools that they need to succeed and continue to feed more than 7 billion people.
So with this mission in mind and all of the students that we want to help, and as this new career center that has been being developed in this past year, we really wanted to gather data that would then allow students to want to go to the career center. And so in order to do that, what we did is that we created a survey using Google Forms. Google Forms was a really great way for us 5 college students to all collaborate together at once, at any time, from any place. And Google Forms allowed us to create very different types of questions to meet all the data gathering needs that we wanted. So from there, after we created it with Google Forms, we distributed it via a listserv from CALS on social media sites and through other email outlet forms. Since this was an email, it was already embedded into students' inbox, and so from there they could complete it within 2 minutes or so. They could complete it using their personal computer, a tablet, a phone, a variety of means. This really allowed students to actively engage quickly. So one of the beautiful things about Google Forms and Google products in general, sounds like a little bit of a commercial right now, but really it works so well for us because that data was already compiled into Google Docs, which again saved us a lot of time. We all were able to collaborate on it together at once. And so that was a really great way that we could look at the data together and analyze it to create recommendations for our marketing plan.
This is how the survey was presented to students. Google Forms made it also very visually appealing. We made this by changing color, background, and also font.
And one thing very important about this survey is we made sure that students knew right off the bat that it was indeed anonymous and completely voluntary, so they were not forced into answering the questions, and they didn't have to release any personal information. So a lot of students that are a little bit shyer and more private didn't have to release anything like their net IDs or anything like that. And then the format that we created was really just visually enticing and very easy to follow. So little buttons were able to be selected based on preferences, and it was just, it was a really fluid presentation.
This is a screenshot of what that data looks like. We had about 11 questions, so in order for you guys to actually read what was going on, this is cut off at question 5. So we could see the data being compiled in real time. The timestamp is right there, automatically set there by Google Docs. Their major, all of their answers were easily compiled, and using Excel and Google Docs Google Forms allowed us to sort the data according to major, according to class standing, to manipulate the data as we saw fit.
One of our first questions that really got to the core of the marketing strategy that we came up with was knowledge of the location of the Career Center, where it will be. As you can see, 83% of students didn't know where it was going to be located. And then 17% did say that they knew the location. From that question, we gave them the option to fill in words as to where it would be.
Of course, they don't even know where the college is either. So it's not, it goes hand in hand.
So it was
It's
it's
true.
obviously a pretty big hurdle that we tried to compensate for in our recommendations, but looking further into those that selected yes, we saw that 58% of those knew where it was, which was only 25 of the over 250 students that replied, while the other 18 students that selected yes selected things like Saguaro Hall and McClellan Park and some other places that didn't make a whole lot of sense. But this really just shows that we really need to focus on letting students know where the Career Center is, because if they don't know where it is, they're not going to be able to make use of any of the services provided by it. Which leads us to the next question, where we asked students to rate their understanding of the services that would be provided by the Career Center. From 1 being completely unknowledgeable, I have no idea what is going to be offered, to 5 being I'm an expert on what the Career Center will offer. From the data, you can see that a majority of the students, I think upwards of 90%, selected that they moderately knew what was going to be served there, or they had absolutely no idea what was going to be provided by the Career Center. So in that, we asked students to look at what they wanted, since they didn't know what services would be provided.
So this question really addressed which services students wanted to see come from CALS Career Center. We had them rank services on a scale of 1 to 8, 1 being the most desired service, 8 being the least desired service. And as we see from the data, job search was really highly ranked among students, as well as resume prep, interview prepping, networking, and help with applications. So, and also the leadership company info sessions and then the opportunities to get involved in CALS was a little bit lower on students' priorities list. Doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want it. It just means that this shows their priorities.
And in regards to what Mary Claire has just